Because if you love yourself, you're going to receive that love from other people as well. I gotta say I'm in the mood for a little bit more. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to dive into a very big topic. Actually, this topic can help you to change the way you approach life, or maybe whether you're holding a presentation, or maybe you just want to, get that social skills under your control, or maybe you want to feel a bit self-assured or something. Then trust me, if you continue watching this video, you're not going to regret it, because I assure you that you're going to learn something. You're going to take something which, even if it's small, you're going to take, and and I want you also to put it into action, not just listen. And just for your information, in this video, we're going to talk about the topic confidence. Confidence. And one thing about confidence is mommy and daddy didn't just give it to you. You weren't born with it. You are not born with it. You have to do something to get it. You have to actually take action to be a confident person. Yeah, mommy didn't feed you confidence while you were in her stomach. I'm sorry to say that to you, but when it comes to this one, you can't be lazy. So let's get started. First of all, though, first thing first, I would like to clarify and define the word confidence, because I think many people have different definition of it. If you ask me, girl, what is confidence? Queen, what is confidence? I would say, and the same thing I would tell my friends as well, confidence is actually to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself, believing in the abilities you have. And I'm saying you have, not someone else have. You. It's about you. And also to believe in the decision you make in life. So it doesn't mean necessarily that confident people are fearless. No, I don't actually believe that the confident person is fearless. So you're trying to tell me you're not afraid of anything. So you're just perfect. Because if you say you're not afraid of anything, that means you're perfect. And I don't know any single human being on this world that is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all learn. We are all still learning. We are all still growing day by day. So a confident person must not be fearless. So if you think just because or maybe the reason you don't want to be confident and you want to stay in that insecure hole is because you think you have to be the best and the biggest and the strongest person in the world. No, that's not what confidence is about. And I'm going to tell you why. So first step, actually, to boast that confidence and to be a confident person is start from knowing your worth. Know your worth and know your attributes. Know what you're good at and know what you're worthy of. And when I say know what you're worthy of and know what you're good at, I'm always talking about the good things. I'm never referencing to bad things. Only focus on the good attributes. And when maybe the way I always do it, I will write down things I want. Or maybe I will write down things. Sometimes I also write down what I'm good at and what I'm not really good at. That's what I used to do in the beginning, because I'm still studying myself, and that's also part of it. You have to study yourself to be a better person. You have to study yourself to be a confident person. Yes. And this assignment, actually, it might be difficult, but it's a homework that's going to get you somewhere. It's not this kind of homework they give you in school you feel lazy to do. No, confident is something that you need daily. It's a daily routine. It's not just something you do today and tomorrow I don't feel like doing it. No. Because if you step out from your door, you don't know who is going to approach you. You don't know what is going to happen the next minute. So it's a daily assignment, actually. And so, like I was saying, know your worth. Write down the things you are good at, and write also down the things you are not really good at. You're not the best in it. You understand? Take, for example, you're good at baking, or you're good at cooking. You love cooking and you can really do it well, but you're not really good in when it comes to baking. You understand? That doesn't mean you're inferior to other people. That doesn't mean you are less worthy because you're not good in some in something. No, that's not what it's about. I just want you to be proud of something that you're actually good at. But the things you're not really good at, try to learn it. Try to educate yourself. Dedicate yourself in those things, you understand? But also dedicate yourself and even build up the knowledge in the stuff you can do. Um, and that leads me to the next and very important step, actually, but only if you leave. Like I said, confidence is all about believing. So the next step is to pray, honor the Lord thy God. Prayers and believing and God Almighty is actually the best way, one of the best way to be a confident person. And let me try to explain that to you. So, while I was reading the Bible, I saw a verse. Hebrew wrote in 13, verse 6, "The Lord is my helper. I shall not fear what man can do unto me." So, first of all, this verse is supposed to push you. It's supposed to give you like, oof, someone is there behind me. Someone is actually looking out for me. And who is that? That's the living God, right? And if you have that in mind, you're supposed to be like, wait, if someone actually is looking out for me, that means I'm not supposed to be insecure about trying new things. I'm not supposed to always stop. You're supposed to keep going because someone is actually helping you. The Lord is actually helping you. So always remember, if you want to be a confident person, you have to continuously reading the Bible. Try, if you can, regularly try to pray. Maybe you can't read, then listen to the Bible, or at least pray. Try to pray. Try to pray as much as possible. Let me give you an example. You have an exam coming up and you're shaking, you're nervous. You don't really know if you're going to pass it. You're like, oh, I don't know. You're just so confused. Remind yourself about this verse I said. Hebrews 13, verse 6. The Lord is my helper, right? The Lord is my helper. Do not fear. Do not be afraid, okay? Do not be afraid. But not only remind yourself about this verse, you have to take action. I'm not telling you to just pray. No, you have to put action. Not just pray, oh Lord God, please help me pass my exam. No, that's not enough, honey. You have to study. You have to put it into action because if you're just praying and you're not doing anything for it, I don't think that's how it works. That's not how it works. But not only that, um, also the scripture said, I think it was in Matthew 7, 7 to 8. The scripture said, the Bible said that ask and and it shall be given to you. Yeah. Ask and it shall be given to you. And seek and you will find, and knock and it shall be opened up to you. So if you need something, pray. If you want something, pray. But like I said, in the end, it said, knock and it shall be given. Oh, knock and the door shall be opened up to you, right? That means you have to take action because for you to knock the door, you have to use your hands, right? You have to use your hands to knock. That means you have to do something so you can get that. It's not just asking. No, you have to put action in it. So always remember, you want to be a confident person, pray and honor the Lord thy God. That is where it starts. that it's where it's also going to end. Now, let's go to the next step, and that is something a lot of us, and when I say a lot of us, including me, struggle with. Because our brain is wired, feels like our brain remembers good things faster than we remember bad things. We learn bad stuff faster than we learn good stuff. I think that's clear. It's just like our mind is wired with negative. Plus the negative things, or plus if you have negative surroundings, it's going to increase it even more. So, first thing first, this step, you have to learn how to tell yourself, yes, I can. So, let me continually using the scenario passing the exam. Okay, so take for example, today is the exam and you're nervous. Before you leave the door, pray and then tell yourself, yes, I can. Yes, I'm going to pass this exam. Okay, start with that. Pray and tell yourself, yes, you can. Talk yourself into it. If you can, even manipulate yourself to start just saying it in your head. Yes, girl, yes, boy, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Because if you're always continually telling yourself you can't do it, you can't do it, trust me, you can't do it. You can't do it because you wouldn't even have the courage to do it. You wouldn't even have the confidence to do it because every time you reach to that point to do something, your brain is already wired with it. Like, hold on, stop. You can't do it. And that's literally everything, most of the thing that's always holding many of us back, because we have already concluded that we can't do something, and obviously if you conclude, it's a conclusion, that means you can't continue. If you already conclude you cannot do something, then definitely you can't do it. And that's also what reminds me that you have to learn to try to manipulate your brain to stop always thinking about negative things. Stop that negativity in your head. Because we live in a generation, in a world where many people, yeah, and when I say many people, a lot of people struggle to be positive, struggle to be optimistic because how the world is, like how bad it is, how everyone is suffering. And that actually makes it even difficult for our brain to try and learn that actually there is something to be optimistic about, there is something to be positive about. But because of what we see and what we hear, it's very difficult. So try to tell your brain, try to operate it. And that's what you have to do every day. Try to train it back and let him start programming everything again from the beginning and telling you, go for it. Like just go for it. You have to be willing to try new things. You have to be willing to try new things and not only sticking to something. Because if you want to be a confident person, the knowledge has to increase. Yes, sometimes if you only know one thing, it's good, but what if you need something else in the future? What if, take for example, let me use the example I used in the beginning. You're only good in cooking, right? Okay, you're only good in cooking. Today you ate rice, but tomorrow you're craving meat pie or you're craving biscuits or cookies, and you live alone. You can't call anyone. You can't call mommy or daddy. You can't call your sister. Now tell me, who has to bake that food? It's you, right? That means you have to learn how to bake it, because sometimes in the future you might be craving to eat it. You have to learn how to increase the knowledge, because we forget, but we have to remind ourselves again. And yeah, so the next step is also very important, actually. It's actually very, very important, because this one, it might hurt. It hurts because you have to let people go. You have to learn how to let people go. It's it sounds easy as ABCD, but it's not easy as ABCD. Next step to be a confident person, or to get that potential, increase that potential of yours, is to avoid unnecessarily relationship. Avoid unnecessary relationship. Relationship that do not get you anywhere. Like when I say relationship, including families, friends, and partners. Because your partner is the person you live with 24/7. So, yes, that person does have a lot of impact in you. Let's be honest. So, to go back to what I'm trying to say is that here is actually where the insecurity starts. Because if you have friends that is always talking or that are always talking bad about themselves, trust me, you're going to start talking bad about yourself. It's easy because just imagine, take for example, your best friend, she doesn't like the way she doesn't maybe like the way she is, and she's always bringing herself down every time, always complaining, and you surround yourself with that person. One day it's going to make click, and then you start doing the same thing. It's like a thief. If your friend is a thief, and you actually think if your friend is a thief, you're not going to be a thief one day. That's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. One day you're also going to start stealing because the person you surround yourself with influence you the most. And that's why I said, even if it's your family, even if it's your friend, even if it's your best friend, you've been with that person for like 10 years. As soon as you find out that he or she is not influencing you in a very good way, let that person go. Because you cannot be up here, and hanging around with someone that is here. Tell me, how is someone that is up here, on not even on your the same level, is going to get you? That doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. It does not work. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. You have to learn how to study your surroundings. You have to learn how to, you know, open your eyes. Sometimes you don't have to act. Just sometimes you can just sit there and then just watch. Just listen. Like, sometimes listening also help. You don't have to be talking too much every time. And study your environment because it actually has a big impact in your life, in your decision, in how you think about yourself. And like I said, people that can't help you grow, but only and always bringing you down, you have to let them go. You have to let them go. It sounds mean, it sounds harsh. It's either you try to change that person or you let that person go. But there are some people out there that do not want to change themselves. They don't want to get better. So why would you hang around with someone that doesn't want to get better, that's not looking to be successful? Why would you hang around with someone that's always want to stick with one thing, is always managing? You both doesn't even have you guys don't have anything in common, and you're still there. Last not but least, I always like to put the last point. No, am I going to let me say, I always like to put and conclude with things that always happens and is still happening. It's also and this point is also part of it because we worry too much. It's like worrying is our second name. Like human beings, we worry too much. Like, first of all, if you want to be a confident person, you have to stop worrying about other people's opinion. Yeah, it does not make you arrogant. No, it does not make you a selfish person. No, sometimes there will be people that will just be pushing you. You'll be like, no, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So stop worrying. Stop always worrying about what other people think. Okay? I will take myself as an example this time. And back in high school, actually, I always worry about what people would think if I wear my natural hair out, because I always get the comments that I look like a boy if I'm wearing my natural hair, or I do not look like a woman. And just imagine being a woman or being a girl, and someone would come there and tell you, you don't look like a woman. It hurts. It does hurt. It does hurt. And if you're a very insecure person, you're going to cry yourself to sleep every single night, because you will continue to think about what that person said, and you worry about what that person said. And it also stops you from doing exactly what you want to do. Because me, for example, it stopped me from yeah, trying to learn about my hair, or trying to educate how to treat my hair, or even wear them out. Like, just wear them out without putting any braids, just leave it like that. Because God gave you the hair for a reason. He didn't give you the hair for you to cover it 24/7. Sometimes your hair needs fresh air. Let it be. Let it be. Don't do anything. Don't manipulate it. Just let it be. And but if you're always worrying about how other people see you, or how other people view the way you look, then obviously you're not going to you're not even going to do it. And that's also another thing, is that it brings confusion. It's really it actually brings confusion when you listen to people. Yeah, how would I say it without sounding, without it making, let me just put it in a harsh way. If you're a person um that likes to ask for advice, for example, you like to ask for advice, but it's not like you ask one person or two, three person for advice. No, you ask literally the whole world for advice. Are you not going to be confused? Like, take for example, you have a question. You ask this one a question, you ask this person the question, and you ask this person, and then you ask this one and this one and this one. And all of them said different things. Now, how are you going to make a decision? Because everyone has a different view, everyone has a different opinion about it. But you don't have any opinion. So how are you going to create your opinion? You're just going to confuse yourself even more and even more and even more. So sometimes you have to just sit in your room, do and educate yourself on your own. You don't have to be asking. Sometimes it's good for you to learn on your own, learn to do that thing on your own without actually worrying about other people's thoughts. I'm not telling you to not ask for advice. Advice is very good, but be careful who you ask for advice, because people can confuse you with their words. It's really like that. People can confuse you with their words. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said in my first video, yes, I will be talking, I'll only be talking in some videos, and you have to, yeah. I know you learned something. I know you definitely learned something. And if you learned something, please share, and maybe send it to someone that needs this kind of affirmation, and also want to learn, and also want to be confident. And if you follow these steps, trust me, you're not doing anything wrong with it. It's just, I put it simple as I could, just for you to understand quick, quick, quick. So like I was saying, I hope you learned something, and like this video. I would give you like some seconds just to subscribe, because more is to come, and I'll try my best to put effort in everything I do. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Dressed up for the club.